Thanks for joining us today. I'm Gabe Garish, owner of Backwoods Pursuit, and today I'm going to show you a rifle carrier backpack attachment system here called the Slik Sling from Creative Outdoors. It allows you to attach your rifle directly to your backpack and keep the weight off of your shoulder onto the hip belt of your pack. So if you're looking for a rifle carrier for your backpack, this is a great option. I'll show you how this works, as well as how you attach it and install it to your pack so you can get yourself down the trail and carrying your rifle comfortably. As always, really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button for us and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. I'll put links to that down in the description for you, as well as a link to our website, backwoodspursuit.com. Ton of other gear reviews over there. Go check those out. Subscribe over on the website. Let's jump into this review. All right, to get started, so how does this thing work? You take your rifle, and the nice thing is this does work with a bipod. I've been using it with a bipod the entire time. Works great that way. The general way that this works is you've got a sling or a butt pad right here, a butt sling that is what supports that, and that attaches to the hip belt of your pack here. So you're going to go ahead and take your rifle and put that into the butt sling right there, and so that's supported right there. Now the next piece right here is your strap right here that is going to keep that cinched up to your backpack. So you're going to take this, go 2 loops around the barrel of the pack, and then put it right back there. Cinch it down, not real tight, but you want it snug so it's not bouncing around on you. There's a little retaining clip right here, and you're going to go ahead and slide it under the retaining clip. And then there's a loop or a latch right here. You're going to go ahead and feed that right through the latch, put that down, and you're ready to go. So it's real quick and easy to take on and off. And it is nice and secure, so it's not bouncing around on you. That's the basic premise of it, and it nicely takes all the weight of that rifle, because rifles can obviously get heavy and awkward, and it's one of my least favorite things to do, is carrying a rifle around, sliding off your shoulders. Super annoying. So this solves that problem, takes that weight, puts it onto the weight of your hip belt here, transfers it there, so it's a lot more comfortable out in the field. Now to take it off, it's real fast and easy. You take the loose piece here of the strap and just pull up on it, and it pops that open, and you can detach it right there. So grab the barrel of your rifle, and you'll see you got the double loop right there. That can get bound up a little bit sometimes if you pull it off at the wrong angle. So just kind of work that off, and it just pulls right off real easy, and you're ready to go. Right out of the loop there, and you're ready to go. Take your shot if you have one out in the field. So that's it's pretty basic and pretty easy. So I'm going to show you how now to install this on your backpack, because it takes a little bit of getting it set up just right so that it works best for you. It took me a couple of times and it was a little frustrating at first. So I want to show you in detail here how to do that to make it really easy to use this and get you off down the trail. So let's dive into how to get this installed on your backpack. All right, getting this installed, first thing you want to do is take the support for the stock here. This is what attaches to the hip belt, and this is the hip belt of the pack here. This is an Initial Ascent IA4K, so what I've been using it with here. So the way this works is you want, obviously, this pouch here that's going to hold the buttstock on the outside like this. Obviously, you don't want that in. That's going to get it all twisted up. So you want it outside like that. This little buckle down here needs to be right at the bottom of the padding of your pack. And so you want, of course, this out like that, and this is going to go on the underneath side like that, and then this strap, the one without the buckle, is going to go underneath this right there like that. So the way it's going to work, you're going to go through that guy there, and then through this here, and then you're going to put the buckle on the bottom and the top here, tighten that down so that it's not tight. You want to be able to move that if you need to, because you may want it farther or closer to where you're at, but this one is tapered, so it's going to move on you a little bit, but you don't want that real snug. It's fine if it's just kind of, a little bit loose there. So I like that buckle here just right on the very bottom, on the top, or on the outside bottom here of the hip belt padding. Take that now to lock it in place. You're going to come back through the top right there, and then pull that, and that's going to lock that in place so it doesn't loosen on you, and then just tuck that back underneath like that. That was the part that kind of got me tripped up a little bit when I was getting this set up. It's really actually pretty easy once you get it figured out, and then that's going to stay like that. So like I mentioned, that may move and slide, and it's okay. If you want to tighten it down, you certainly can, but it's not a big deal. It's kind of nice having it loose, because at times if you're hitting the trail hard and you want to hike, you can move it back there. But if you like the positioning better up here, you can tighten that down a little more, just whatever works best for you. All right, now the next piece is the long strap here. This is what wraps around the barrel. So what I found to work well is to go around the handle of your pack, but you can attach it really anywhere, depending on what pack you're using. This is the Initial Ascent IA4K again, and there's a ton of places to attach it on this particular pack. I like to put the Tri-Glide wrap about like that, maybe 6 or 8 inches off of the end, wrap it around. That gives you plenty to work with. So wrap it around like that, and then just go right through the Tri-Glide right there, on the top and the bottom. Now really that's all that I've done thus far, and that hasn't gone anywhere. But if you're at all worried about that, you go ahead and grab that and put it back through, just like we've done on the one down below there. And then it's a little harder to get through there, but once you get that, that's absolutely not going to go anywhere, because that's locked into place. So that's going to stay for you. And then that, of course, can move on the handle. So if you want to go to this side, move it over to this side. So the rifle can be on either side. That works really well that way. But that'll pretty much attach anywhere on your pack. So that's how you do the rifle portion that holds the rifle barrel in place. Last piece here is this guy right here. I'll pull this off now. I'll show you how to get this attached to the harness. All right, next step here is to attach the clip here that's going to lock it into place onto the harness of your pack. I like the right hand side, so the bolt of your rifle is pointing outward, but you can do either side. Both will work. I've used it both ways, and they both are great. So you're going to get one of these Tri-Glide clips here that looks about like that, and you're going to have to kind of play with your harness setup to see what's going to work best. And of course I've got a water bladder tube holder right there as well, so kind of depends on what else you have here as far as where you're going to put that, but you'll find kind of what works best. So I went ahead and just threw that on to save a little bit of time on the video here. So that's going to look just like that, pretty simple. There's a couple of openings right there. You slide that onto the webbing. And then the other part that goes onto this is the actual clip itself. This is what we slid that webbing down through to lock the barrel into place. So you want the latch to be out like this. So it opens, strap coming down right through there, and then it opens and closes that way. So the way we do that is you can either feed it up through here like this if you have enough room and clearance, which that's a little bit tight, but I'm able to get it just like that. Pull it up through there like that. And then same here on the bottom. Push it down through there. It's a little tight, but you can work it in there. And so that is what that's going to look like. And probably I found that it works best to go ahead and pull that down as far as you can. Get that close, like right in there, at least because I got this other thing on there. So then you have a little bit of a tail left here, and then just tuck that tail right in here. It's going to kind of bunch up on you a little bit, and that's okay. That's what helps lock it in place. So tuck that in, lock it in place there, and then that's not going to go anywhere. And then just tuck that underneath, and you're ready to go. So that's going to accept now the longer strap that we just put on there, and go right down in there. And then once it's locked in place, you put that down, you're good to go, release it, just like that. Now the last thing you want to do, you get one of these little retaining clips here, and this is actually really important. This is what helps keep the rifle from falling off of your shoulder, sliding around. I didn't think it'd make actually that big of a difference, but it makes a huge difference. If you forget to put that on, the rifle will bounce around. So that's a big, small piece of it, but a really big deal. So if this is your strap holding the barrel up here, you can hold the barrel, slide it into there, and then go down to here. So it works real well that way. This is really easy to put on. Just clips on opens up on the back, slide it over. You'll kind of find what works best on your particular pack. Put it on there, and you're ready to go. So that is the Creative Outdoors Slik Sling. It does a great job of making carrying your rifle so much easier and so much more comfortable out in the field. It's one of my least favorite things to do before having this. It's just awkward, and never really liked that, but this does a great job of making that so much easier, so much more comfortable. So check it out. I'll put a link in the description to the Slik Sling for you, and drop any questions or comments for us. Happy to help you out and see if we can get this set up for you as well. Hope that was helpful for you. Thanks for watching here today. We'll see you next time.